Another car show.
Another car show. I can't do it now because my wife's working in the kitchen, making all kinds of noise.
So I'm at one of my customers' house last night, and I put on the show, and he was laughing. He was like, "Man, he's from, I can't remember what country, but it's right by Thailand." And he's like, "You gotta teach me how to talk. I can't talk to anyone." I'm like, "Dude." They asked me if I rehearsed any of this shit, and I'm like, "No, dude, we just make it up."
Wow, that's cool.
But that last show, man, we did, I was like, holy shit, that was...
The last one that I put on there?
That was crazy.
Yeah.
I said we had a lot of Japanese listeners, people actually in Japan. I told him this.
Yeah.
And they're probably listening to hear you talk because they want to practice.
They want to learn how to speak American.
I guess, because he's pretty broken, his English.
Yeah.
His English is broken. But he's like, I need to learn how to talk. You could teach me how to talk. So that's funny, man.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a real reason why they're listening. Right? We're like speech class if you want to be a smart ass in America. These are the guys you gotta learn from.
A whole bunch of people from Ireland.
Them too, they're probably trying to learn how to talk.
Yeah, learning how to speak English. That was like the most listeners we had was from Ireland this week.
Really? That's fucking nuts.
From Dublin.
Dublin. Maybe there's a lot of people from Dublin, they want to come to America. Not all can get to, so this is as close as they can get to going to America.
Well, I'm sure they watch TV, They think they think America is what they see on TV.
Yeah, but right.
That's
so
what they think.
Nothing's the same.
No.
There's no real down to earth shit like we talk about.
Right.
Like we don't care. It's like when my daughter introduced me to her fiance a few years ago, she said, he was real polite. You know how it is meet your girlfriend's dad when you're young and shit.
Yeah.
You almost feel not accepted no matter what, because you're the dude, right?
Right.
But anyway,
Right.
She goes, "Oh, don't worry about him. He has no filter at all."
No filter.
Don't worry about him. He's a pushover. He's a freaking pushover. I could make better lasagna than her. She's shit. Somehow, it didn't get passed down. The cooking recipes.
Wow, it's because you never did it in front of them enough.
I did though, but it's a skill, it's like, we were talking about this the other day, how far, when I was a kid, I was saying you had to be at the dinner table by a certain time every day, or you were in big trouble. And now there's no such thing as dinner time. What the fuck is dinner time?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't even have time for the time I have, much less dinner time.
Yeah.
Lucky if I even eat dinner today.
Most people are like in front of the TV, on the couch.
I wonder if anyone still has a dinner time that they adhere to. Now, I mean, you could typically eat around the same time, whatever. But I mean where every kid was at the table, dinner time, no questions asked, every day. There's probably none left. You know what happened? Our generation got rid of dinner time because we hated it so much. We're like, there will be no dinner time. Does that mean we're starving, Daddy? That's fucked up.
Some people respect other people's boundaries, I guess. It's just...
Do you remember, here's one. Do you remember the last time you ate dinner at the table for dinner time? When was the first time you didn't have to be at the table? It probably was exciting, almost like adrenaline rush. You're like, holy shit, I'm not at the table. It's 6 o'clock and I'm not going to get grounded. You probably were at, it probably was school sports, like high school or junior high, which gave you the pass. How come he ain't at your table? He's at a football practice. Football? Who the hell paid for that? That's how we grew up. Are you still there?
Well, I'm trying to be, but my wife doesn't care that I'm doing this right now. And even though I wanted 30 minutes is all I wanted, I'm not getting it. So.
Back to did you have 30 minutes for dinner time?
Yeah. I got nothing. There's nothing I can do.
We should bring dinner time back. Because we all know back then, there were no hoodlums. They just wore a different suit, like bell bottoms and big collars.
Yeah. Well, maybe we'll just have to do this a different time.
A lot of the young people here go, right on. It's like, dude, that is so old. It's like saying, let me think of a good old one. Sucker, jive turkey. When was the last time someone said that? Jive turkey. That's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring jive turkey back. You're a jive turkey.
It'd be funny if that stuff like comes back.
It does. The younger crowd here says, right on. Just like the 70s.
They do.
60s. Hey, man, do you happen to have a joint? Right on, man. Hey, that's my weed, jive turkey. We could make a 70s movie with all the lingos.
Hold on one sec. Hold on.
They need to come up with a system seriously to regulate our population like China did, but based on how smart you are.
Wow.
And that is going to be...
You're in trouble then, man. You're done.
I don't like kids anyway, so who gives a fuck?
I'm only fucking with you.
So
that was funny though, right? That was funny.
Test, and we decided, even though your wife is smart, you guys can't have kids.
You can't have kids. That's how they do it.
Yeah, you're so stupid. You overrode her ability. She was in, but not you. And then they turn to her and go, maybe you should find someone else.
Yeah.
You know how they say the watermelon doesn't fall too far from the tree?
Do they say that? Watermelon doesn't fall too far from the vine. Dude, they grow on the ground.
How could there be an entire group of people that does manual labor and an entire group of people that doesn't lift a finger? How is that?
What's funny is for years I didn't do any kind of work, and now I work, like regular work. It's like, fuck, I'm pissed at myself. I'm like, why the fuck did I do this?
The housewife.
Fuck.
How could that be? Is it because we allowed it to happen, or it's just the way you think?
The
way you think.
I think it's just the way shit goes. It's just how luck fucking plays out.
An entire group of people can get away without doing any physical labor at all, barely ever.
Yeah.
And then another group that they only do the physical labor. Everything's physical labor. How did that happen? Somebody got fucked there.
It's always been that way.
No. Yeah, it's always been that way. And why is that? It's your brain.
I don't know about that.
So
I think it's circumstance.
Well, that helps.
So one was survival of the fittest.
You think
That's it, survival of the fittest. That's it. It's all about genetic makeup.
You think it's fair that Mexicans have to do all the work now because black people were slaves at one point? I said it. Fuck it. I said it.
I don't know about that.
The history is Jews were slaves and they don't do a fucking thing. I mean, something about being a slave first gets you a slider later.
I don't know.
When was the last time you saw a Jew with a hammer and a tool belt?
I'm sure there's plenty of them.
Maybe the real Orthodox Jews that are like Amish have a hand plane, a Yankee drill, all that shit. But pretty much
The Amish, or the frickin' Amish and Jews together.
Jewish Amish.
Well, they
Orthodox Jews are like Amish.
Well, they only hire other Jews, so that's how come you've never seen them. Jews
Really?
only hire other Jews. It's like it's a closed knit thing. You can't. There's no way to penetrate it.
Is that how come Mel Gibson hasn't had a movie in a while?
No, they're all Jews. All those executives there.
I know. And he said one little corny little anti-Semitic comment, and next thing you know it, he's fucking out. Outdoors. They outed him so bad, he went crazy for a little while. Or do you think he went crazy first?
Dude, I hate computers. Ever tell you that?
I do too. That's why I don't have one.
God,
They should allow you one crazy day. It's like your birthday, you're just allowed to just go off and it'd be okay. He did it again. Look, he drank till he passed out in the hallway.
I can't even drink anymore, dude. I try to drink and it's like I don't even fucking enjoy it.
Because you're getting old and there's no one fun around you.
I was invited to this awesome thing today to go to fucking drink at this place. And I was like, I just didn't feel like going. I'm like, fuck that.
Really?
Yeah.
Did you have the urge to put on Bermuda shorts, a hat, and get a metal detector and walk on the beach?
Yeah. That's where I've changed. It's like I retired too early. I think I should have stayed where I was at.
Oh, in fun Kentucky.
The problem is it's fucking cold. I can't handle the cold anymore. I fucking can't. I'm done with it. It's fucking so nice here today. What's the temperature like there today?
It's like 75.
Oh, that's fine. Fuck.
And then if you're in the mountains, it's even closer. It's even warmer because you're closer to the sun.
It's only 67.
67. That
So
ain't
it's
bad.
70. It's like 85.
Yeah, that's
in the sun, not in the shade though. In the shade, it feels like 32 degrees.
It's getting warmer everywhere, I think, is what's happening. It's going to be fucking...
You could put a glass of water at half in the shade and half in the sun, and half of it'll freeze.
Huh.
And the other half will be fine. That's how it is here. It's like super warm, and then if you accidentally walk under a couple trees, you need a winter coat.
And then don't.
You need an umbrella here.
It doesn't rain here ever.
It's fucking hot here.
Hot and humid, and the bugs are what I can't stand. Bugs. There's no bugs here at all.
There's no bugs until nighttime. Then at night, the fucking bugs are everywhere. You fucking can't run from them.
You know what sucks about Colorado? That the people from Colorado here in Denver area, they give you shit if you're from somewhere else. And I'm like, I'm from America. And you don't say shit to all these Mexicans that just crossed the border. Why don't you lean on them for a little while?
They're the same way down here. They're the same way. The people who are originally from here.
Right.
They're like, because almost everybody here is not from here.
It's not my fault you stayed here this whole time, you boring son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Maybe you ought to get out. I got a great place for you to go. It's called Cicero.
Cicero?
You won't make it 10 minutes there with your big mouth.
Oh, man. I'm watching Harry Potter. I'm watching the whole fucking Harry Potter fucking thing from beginning to end today.
Nobody learned how to get their ass kicked here. So they just flap their jaw like it's free will.
everybody here finally came back. It's like season, they call it. It's like there's like nobody here for months, and then like in 1 month everybody comes back. You can't even fucking drive here. It's just crowded as all hell.
Right, Depends and cream of wheat sales skyrocket.
Yeah, they probably got it on a cycle, you know. The fucking Depends ordering. It's like.
And cream of wheat.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And what else?
I gotta get out of here. I'm fucking moving. I decided.
Where are you going now?
I don't know. I gotta pick a place.
Is it going to be warm place or cold place? I'll tell you where to go. It depends on if you believe in God or not, young man.
Where should I go next?
You may be going to the warm place.
I figure I ain't gonna be around much longer, so I gotta fucking move around a bit.
You stop going to church and your pastor calls you up and he says, "Why haven't you been in church lately? I miss you." And you're like, "I figured that I'm just going to hell, man. I quit going to this motherfucker. I did so much shit. I reached a point where there's no amount of church is going to bring me back. So I just quit coming."
Huh. Yeah.
I've
When's the last time you've been to church?
Me?
Yeah.
You mean physically or mentally gone through the whole process?
Just like your own little...
I have my own church.
Huh.
I opened my own church, but
that's not a bad idea. We should open a church.
You have to remember what my church is.
Good idea, dude.
Non-belongers.
I wonder what I gotta do to open a church.
It's the church.
It seems like the easiest business to fucking run, you know? You
never heard of it because you don't belong.
You don't have to make anything. You don't have to sell anything. It's like...
Yeah, just every Sunday you pass around a plate.
Yeah.
And you tell people to behave.
Just make up a bunch of bullshit to talk about.
Yeah. You're like, you ever get that feel? I'd be great at that.
Yeah.
We should start when you're about to do something where you start to sweat a little and you're getting... Yeah, don't do it, you assholes.
Yeah.
Because you know you're wrong. You know it. You keep doing it, coming back to church, acting like it's going to be better. It's not going to be better.
That's not a bad way to go, dude. The church idea.
If we really followed the rules of the church, no one would be going to heaven. It would be fucking empty.
Yeah.
Because there's no amount of confessions and whatever that could repair any one of us.
Well, me, I haven't fucking done nothing.
All going to hell.
What did I fucking do?
You're going to hell just for not thinking that people should go to hell.
That's my crime. I'm like complicit. I'm like an accessory to the crime. After the fact. Accessory after the fact. Oh, shit.
I'll talk about baptizing. Here's what they do. They throw you in the water, and you sink or swim. That's the test. Looks like he was another one of the weak ones there. Get the net.
Get the net. Yeah, they should baptize you in a real deep pool.
And if you can't make it, then you're not.
Fucking tie a 100-pound weight to you.
Up the population. It's called natural selection.
Tie a 100-pound weight to you.
There'd be whole groups of people that would just thrive in that environment, and then some that just would be in bad shape.
You ever been to...
Here's the saying of the day.
Huh.
If you're fat, you eat too much.
That's true. You're fat because you choose to be fat.
Blame it on your plate and your fork and your knife.
My wife works with this guy who's like obscenely obese and he's miserable.
I would be too.
I'm like, holy shit. I go, it's all about fucking eating. He's fucking choosing to be fat. He's fucking choosing it.
I like walk up to people like that and I say, you probably find me pretty skinny, don't you? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, I could barely stand up in the morning. I don't know how in the fuck you even got here.
You know, down where I'm at here now, almost everybody's skinny. Everybody. Yeah. But when I was in Kentucky, everybody was fat. It was just a fucking obscene to be around all them fat people. I mean, you go to a restaurant, almost everybody at every table was fat. I went to this place the other day, nobody in the place was fat.
It's because all the fat people die before they make it to Florida.
Is that it? Yeah.
Heart disease. Only the skinny ones make it there.
Skinny ones get to that point where they make it.
No, here's mine. It's too hot there for fat people.
Yeah, that could be it.
Sweating here is like below zero, and they're still sweating trying to open their car door. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Yeah, they probably can't handle the heat. You're right.
All the fat people are in Michigan, so they could wear jackets and blame the jacket on why they're fat. Take that jacket off. I'll bet you're fat without that jacket on. Down, Phil. It's more like donut, Phil.
We've just accepted it. It's like almost an insult. Like right now we're talking about fat people, and people would be offended by it. It's like
we should have the Fat Olympics.
It should be the opposite. You know, where when you talk about fat people, that should be accepted. It's like, the problem is so many people are fat.
Is there a huge group of fat people that talk about skinny people?
They probably do. Look at that skinny fuck.
They all meet for dinner first. They meet for dinner and they say, I'm eating this guy's cornbread right now. That guy over there at table 5, that skinny fucker, I'm eating his cornbread. Blah, 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 blah.
Holy shit.
That's the jokes they make about skinny people.
Yeah.
That guy's so skinny, I wouldn't even eat him if he had barbecue sauce on him.
Yeah, you know how they have all them fat jokes? It's like a whole bunch of skinny jokes. It's like,
he's so skinny, I wouldn't even let him get I bet he couldn't carry my food at the Old Country Buffet. Couldn't carry my plate.
He's so skinny. Holy shit.
They do meet, dude. It's a sickness like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah.
I told the 2 fat chicks that were super excited about their food. Well, first of all, they sit at the bar next to 2 big heifers, and it's like, you shouldn't even be allowed at the bar. Those seats were reserved for men that are looking for chicks they want to nail. Anyway, they come to the bar. Of course, they order a drink, and they go, do you want a menu? I couldn't be a waiter. I would bust out laughing if I had to ask them if they want a menu.
Here's a menu. That's all you say instead of, do you want a menu? Here's a menu.
A menu and ask them if they want a drink. Anyway, they go, they're looking through the menu and they're like, should we get the 5, 10 or the 98 piece mini corn dogs? And they're like, I think we'll take the 98 piece. Then they go have a cigarette. They come back. The food's already there because this place must know they better bring the food out to 2 fat chicks or there might be a scene.
Yeah.
And significant amount of time.
I wonder if restaurants do that.
Up, dude, like won the fucking lottery when they see the food there when they come back.
I wonder if they serve the fat people first. It's like, cause you ever notice I'm skinny and it takes a long time for me to get my food, it seems sometimes.
Because they know the fat people are going to complain.
Yeah, that's probably true,
so they
dude.
Come back. Here's the craziest thing. They come back, their eyes light up like they just won $1 million because the food's there, like right when they get back from a cigarette. And then they sit down, and I'm not bullshitting. They both talk about what they had for lunch while they're eating these corn dogs, dude.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. What did you have for lunch? Well, I had blah, 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 blah. What did you have? Blah, 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 blah. Was it good? Blah, 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 blah. It's like the food thing is, they're like, it's their hobby. Well, it's obviously their hobby if you've seen the 2 of them. You better get these corn dogs out quick. They're like, there's like a DEFCON 5 on the ordering. It's like, DEFCON 5 means they're 2 fat people, and you better get their order out there quick before we have a meltdown.
Yeah.
Because fat people probably are the first people to complain to get more free stuff.
Oh yeah, I work with this fat lady. She complained about every fucking order she got.
Right.
And then when she got something free, she could see the look on her face. She was so fucking happy. It was like she was glowing.
Yeah,
It's
I'm
like,
telling you.
I ordered a bun with no sesame seeds, and you gave me fucking a bagel with seeds. Oh, I get a free bagel tomorrow? And then she'd hang up, and her fucking face would be like glowing like happy. I just got a free fucking bagel.
You know what? I like food too, but not enough to let my day.
I don't even complain. When my food's fucked up, I just fucking go with it.
Because you know they're going to doctor it. Or at least if I was a cook, I would.
I'm like, just don't even complain.
Oh, you don't like this? Hey, wait till you try this one.
Yeah. It had just happened to me. Just happened to me at the Cheesecake Factory the other day. Fucking burned my fucking chicken. And,
I thought you were going to say something's wrong with the cheesecake.
I was like, I'm not going to eat this, I told my wife. She's like, well, go complain and they'll take it off your check. I'm like, fuck it, who cares? I'm fucking getting out of here. I'll just drink my beer and leave.
I'll chalk it up for stupidity. Another check on the stupidity marker.
Yeah, move on. Move on to
You walk in and you order your food and you say, I'm not complaining about the last time I was. Yeah. I'm going to complain about this time prior to you even making my food. Right?
Yeah, what are you going to fuck up?
I'm guessing you're going to fuck something up, so pretty much on a small tip.
Yeah, fuck these people. And then they seat you in this fucking place. It feels like a cafeteria in there. It's like...
What's happened is we've slowly given all our good labor jobs to people who don't give a fuck, and they're just doing a shitty job at everything now. Even cooking now. Now
Could be.
They don't give a fuck. They never even seen this food before. They come here and they start cooking shit they never even heard of.
So after we had the dinner and everything, I'm like, let's go to this bar. I always wanted to go to this bar down the street from my house. And so I'm like, hey, let's just go to this fucking bar and I need a few beers. I was in a shitty fucking mood. So we get to the bar, we get in there, the whole place is full of fucking women, dude. It was like, I never seen. And it turns out it's ladies' night, right? And their ladies' night at this bar is you buy this cup for $5 that you can bring back next week. You can keep it forever. And you just get free fucking drinks if you're a woman in this place. In this cup.
Whoa.
I was like, what? Because we asked her, like, wait, what's the ladies' night? It was Saturday night, too. Their ladies' night was on Saturday night.
And they drink for free.
All the women drink for free.
Wow.
I was like, this is fucking crazy.
What if you're a gay man dressed like a woman?
Yeah. Well, I'm just saying it was fucking weird.
Because I saw a thing on Facebook where the doctor's telling the parents, he's like, I'm not supposed to tell you because of gender thing, blah, blah, blah. But the baby has a dick.
Baby has a dick.
Gender appropriate. Or whatever the fuck you want to call it.
It's a gender reveal party. Do you ever notice so many gender reveal parties are like going wrong? It's like, guys like, I'm gonna shoot this fucking thing with the shotgun and it comes out fucking blue.
And he kills his mom.
He fucking kills his mother-in-law. Shit. The latest one had to do with a plane and the fucking plane crashed. I was like, what? It's like, stop at these gender reveal parties. One of them was they were making a fucking bomb and they accidentally made a pipe bomb and fucking blew it, fucking blew up. Yeah, killed the fucking mother.
Make it purple. And they're like, what's that? You're like, I'm not sure what it's going to be.
It's like, it's time to where did this gender reveal party fucking thing even come from? It's like,
I would shoot.
I've had enough of that. I've had enough of that whole fucking idea.
I would do it like this. Shoot it off, right? The gender thing. And it's white powder. And they're like, white powder? I'm like, yeah, white powder.
What kind of guilt does a kid have to have when he's finally born and you find out your grandma got killed at your gender reveal party? It's like,
Then he becomes
Dude, you
gay.
had a grandma. You had a grandma, but we accidentally killed her at your gender reveal party.
Or what if kids rebel against the gender reveal party? Like,
Yeah, I'm
I
done
saw
with
the
it.
video of my gender reveal party and it was blue and you clearly know I would rather be a woman.
Yeah. You guys called it wrong. You fucking
That's why I
morons.
said you just shoot purple. It's blue and pink makes like
Yeah.
a light shade purple. We're
Gender
not quite
reveal
sure what he's
party.
gonna be, what they're gonna be.
Who's going to a gender reveal party too? I'm done with that.
You're gonna find out like in 10 years from now that all this pink and blue powder is like ruining our environment. It's
Are you
gonna be
coming to our
revolution.
gender reveal party? It's like, fuck. I really got nothing to fucking do in life. If
You
that's
say
where I'm
to 'em-
going, it's like, really? I'm going to your
This
fucking
is what-
gender reveal party.
If a dude ever asks you that, you say, you know, I always thought you were gay. You don't have to have a party to tell me that. You're
Yeah.
a fuck. Oh.
You're finally revealing you're a woman.
Yeah.
That's what fucking. That's what
You
you
didn't
come
have
back
to
with.
tell me that. You've been a pussy ever since I known you.
Fucking, I thought you were a guy, but if you're coming out to reveal you're a woman, I guess I'll show up.
Let's start gender reveal party pranking. Now, we show up, we get the exploding device, and we set it off before it's time that they planned it. Bring your own little thing, blue powder, and
Right.
fuck everybody up. They don't know what it is. Is it twins? And I don't
And
get it.
you
I
let it
saw-
go. You let it go right when they let theirs go.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, that's a good one.
We have to expand it. First of all, it's pretty much a boring ass party.
That's my point. It's like, what the fuck kind of party is that? It's like so fucking weird.
It's so boring. It's like, I'm gonna invite you all to my gender reveal party, and here's how it's gonna work. We're all going to Vegas to see a famous singer, and the singer will be the gender of our baby.
Wow, that's a good
That's-
one. Now you're
And then
fucking coming up with it.
Marilyn Manson, you're like, we're having a gay baby.
We're having a freak. We're having a freak for a baby. I don't even know what that means.
You show up, you're like, and it's someone like, it's a black singer. And you turn to your wife, are you trying to tell me something?
Yeah, I'm done with that whole idea. I think
We
it's
should
just,
start
yeah, here it
gender-
is, involving a small plane goes wrong. The plane crashed.
We show up with a service, kind of like the clown. I wonder if the clown is like losing business because of these parties. You know, clown.
It says that
that's how
the
you-
family arranged for a low-flying plane to dump 625 gallons of pink water into the air, revealing they were having a girl. The stunt
the
ended
party.
in disaster when the single-engine plane stalled and crashed.
Who was flying it?
I don't know, some guy named Raj Horan.
I think he crashed the plane on purpose. It's part of his genes. I couldn't help it.
You want bingo?
It's a
Here's the
boy.
move.
It's a boy, everybody.
Hold on.
It's a boy or a girl. One of the two. I'm just going to narrow it down to that.
Really?
Yeah.
Check
Boy,
this out.
boy or girl.
I know I'm about to go to a gender reveal at like 1 today.
You,
It's
no,
funny
you're
how
not.
we talk about
Going
it.
to a party.
You going to a gender reveal party? Stand back. Stand way far back. That's all I can say.
I know what the baby is though.
Oh, you do? You should spill the beans right when you get there.
No!
That'd be funny. You already know you get there. Hey, everybody, it's a girl.
Just show up wearing
It's actually a
something
boy,
and don't say nothing. But you're wearing like an
I'm about
all
to give her
pink
all
thing.
these boy clothes and stuff, but I gotta keep them in the car until after they reveal the gender, so I don't spoil it.
I would spoil the whole thing. It's like you accidentally slip up.
She knows what the baby is. There's just her husband doesn't know what the baby is, and like her parents and his parents.
Yeah, most of the party probably don't know. You'll be the only one that knows. You should I wonder what, you should just say something nonchalant like, I wonder what blue thing they're gonna do. Or something. That's how you accidentally spoil it. Wonder what's gonna be blue.
Say, have you thought of any names, and then just bark out a bunch of like
boys
names that are.
Yeah. I like Riley.
You're like, how about Pat?
I don't know any modern boys' names.
Remember that from Saturday Night Live? My name's Pat.
Oh, Pat.
I think that's probably the hardest part is picking out a name.
And the guy's trying
That's
to
when
figure
you
out
find
if it's a guy or
When
girl.
you're naming your kid, that's when you find out the people in life you really hate. You're all, fuck, I'm not naming my kid this. I fucking hate that person. Or,
Yeah, no doubt. Right. I never met one of them that wasn't a fucking asshole.